things to do before 8 a.m. in the morning. Many of us are unable to get the toothpaste from the tube onto the brush the first time. And yet, it is possible to change your life before 8 a.m. if you want to, of course. Are you able to follow your dreams? Sometimes it seems like such a daunting task. And if you're lucky enough to have a full-time job, a family and kids, it's even harder to keep up with your own aspirations. So how do you move forward? You're going to have to find some time each day to work on yourself. Otherwise, you will soon lose yourself in the hustle and bustle of the day. It will be decades before you realize it, and the rest of your life will turn into a sad tale of lost time. So here's what you need to do. Make sense of your life and get out of constant survival mode. You are listening to this in order to rethink the way you think about life. Completely, deeply, truthfully and honestly. This is the only way you can get back to the basics. Unfortunately, many people fill their lives with platitudes and meaninglessness. They spend all their time on this nonsense, so they don't have a minute to stop and think. Such people are constantly in survival mode. What about you? Remember how the hobbit Bilbo Baggins said he felt like a tiny piece of butter being spread thinly over too much bread? Surely many could recognize themselves in that phrase. Unfortunately, in most cases, even that piece of bread belongs to someone else. Few people are willing to take responsibility for their own lives. This situation was absolutely normal for the previous generation, to live by the rules and traditions established by others. Many continue to go with the flow, unwilling to change anything. You cannot live like that anymore, if you want to be established, to achieve something, to be better than others. Because the people around you already understand their own responsibility and are ready to take up work and live every moment of their life consciously, according to the rules that they themselves have established. There's no way out. You are in charge of your life. You have to decide. You have to decide. If you don't, someone else will. Teaching yourself to take responsibility for your life and learning to make decisions requires the right course of action. We have prepared a list for you. It seems long, but it's actually very simple and obvious. Wake up. Come to your senses. Get moving. Eat right. Prepare. Be inspired. Take stock of your life. Start moving toward your goal. Let's go. So, before 8 a.m., you need to get some sleep. Getting a healthy night's sleep is just as important as eating a healthy diet. Surprisingly, even knowing this, millions of people neglect to get adequate sleep and constantly feel the side effects of this mindless behavior. Healthy sleep helps improve memory, prolong your life, increase creativity, increase concentration, lose weight faster and build muscle mass. If you supplement sleep with exercise, reduce stress levels, reduce dependence on stimulants such as caffeine, reduce the risk of depression. Everything written below won't make any difference if you're not going to get enough sleep. What's the point of getting up at 7 in the morning every day if you go to bed at 3 or 4 in the morning? You won't last long anyway. You can, of course, use stimulants, drink a lot of coffee, but you won't last long in that state either. In the long run, your heart will be the first to fail you. It can't take this kind of life. You should agree that this is a rather gloomy scenario. Meditate or pray. After you wake up, you need to fill yourself with calm and a positive mood. To do this, you need to meditate or pray. Whichever is closer to you, you may be practicing both. The main thing is to focus and know what you want to achieve with this action. Prayer and meditation cultivate a sense of gratitude for all that you have. Gratitude implies that you realize how much you have been given. It is a feeling that works like a magnet. When you are truly grateful for everything you have, you attract more positive and good things into your life. Also, gratitude is easily transferred to another. Perhaps this feeling is the main key to success. Accordingly, if you begin every morning with the practice of gratitude, you will automatically attract the best that is in this world. And the universe will not refuse you. Exercise. Despite the fact that the body constantly demands exercise, the vast majority of people ignore these signals. If you want to live a long, happy, and productive life, you need to teach yourself to exercise regularly. Many people make the right decision and go to the gym. But if you don't like that kind of activity, there are other options: gardening or taking a long walk. Just find something that gets your body moving. Why? There is an incredible amount said about the positive effects of physical activity. Exercise helps reduce your risk of depression and helps you cope with stress. Exercise has also been linked to career success. If you don't take care of your body, don't hope to succeed in other aspects of your life. Eat 30 grams of protein. Donald Layman, a professor at the University of Illinois, recommends eating at least 30 grams of protein for breakfast. Tim Ferriss, author of The Perfect Body in 4 Hours, also recommends eating 30 grams of protein after waking up. Tim says his father strictly followed this recommendation and lost 8.5 kilograms in a month. Food rich in protein helps you stay active much longer. It doesn't leave your stomach as quickly, which means you won't feel hungry anytime soon. Tim Ferriss' recommendations for eating in the morning. Eat at least 40% of your breakfast calories in the form of protein. It is advisable to eat 2 or 3 eggs. Each egg contains about 6 grams of protein. If you don't like eggs, substitute them for pork, turkey, or cottage cheese. Another option is to make a protein shake. People who try not to eat, or eat less of, meat, dairy and eggs can get their protein allowance from legumes, greens or nuts. Take a cold shower. Tony Robbins, the famous American entrepreneur and author of books, starts every morning by jumping into a pool of water that is 14 degrees. Why does he do that? If you take cold showers regularly, you'll feel better, physically and mentally. With cold showers, you exercise your immune system, improve your lymphatic, circulatory and digestive systems, and therefore improve your quality of life. In 2007, a study was published that found that cold showers help relieve symptoms of depression and do so more effectively than medications. Cold water puts us in a good mood. The body begins to release chemicals that make us feel happier. Of course, pouring cold water is a little scary. If you've ever taken an icy shower, you know that in the morning you'll spend a few minutes in deep thought, wondering if you need it all at all. You may even have entered into an internal dialogue with yourself and talked yourself out of taking a cold shower. Tomorrow, you solemnly promised yourself and went to work. Are you jumped up at the first drops of an icy shower and instantly turned on the hot water? You should think about it again and imagine as if you were diving into a pool. No one gets into a cool pool slowly because it's excruciating. It's easier to sprawl out and dive in. After 20 seconds, your body will get used to it and everything will be cool. The same goes for a cold shower. At first you get scalded by the icy jets and your heart beats like crazy. After 20 seconds, you're fine. By taking a cold shower, you're training your willpower and setting yourself up for creativity and inspiration. You have to learn to breathe slowly and calmly while the cold water pours over your back. Then you'll feel happy. A lot of new ideas will visit your head, and some of them can and should be applied to achieve your goals. In addition, this ritual helps you get out of your comfort zone right in the morning. Motivate yourself. Regular people look for ways to have fun. You should be looking for ways to learn new and interesting things. The most successful people in the world read at least one book a week. It is incredibly important for them not to stop learning. You can definitely get one audiobook a week if you turn it on your way to work. And in the morning, you can find 15 minutes to read something motivating and practical, something that will energize you for the day. That kind of information changes you. It is as if it puts you in that zone where you are the most productive, creative and goal-oriented person. You've already read hundreds of books. You're good at what you do. But now you need to broaden your horizons, look at the world from a new perspective. Evaluate your life. All of your goals, big and small, should be written down. It only takes a few minutes. Every morning you need to reread this list and align your day with how you see your own life. If you reread your list of big goals every day, in one way or another you'll think about them both in the morning and in the evening. And when you learn to evaluate and reflect on your life daily, you will begin to act on your goals. Sooner or later, your list of goals will turn into a proud manifesto for your life. Achieving goals is a science. Cheating won't work. Take at least one step toward a big goal. Willpower is like a muscle. It can and should be trained. The same is true of our ability to make good decisions. This power can be wasted on nonsense. It can be lost, momentarily or forever. It must be used wisely. All of the most difficult decisions should be made in the morning. This is very important. If you don't do this, you won't be able to make difficult decisions in the evening. That means it will be postponed until tomorrow. Or the day after that. Or you'll think you can decide later, that is, never. It's very difficult. But making the necessary decisions one step at a time gets you closer to the big goal. Soon you'll realize those big goals aren't that far away. After 8 in the morning. After you've done all of the above, it no longer matters how the rest of the day goes. You've already done the most important things, the things that will help you become more successful. You've already made progress toward your dreams. If you've been able to accomplish everything on this list, you've shown that you're ready for a better life. Each of the items will help you be more productive at work, build harmonious relationships, and become happier. Each of the above steps is a move toward confidence, peace of mind, and responsibility. It's amazing how quickly life changes for the better if you gather your willpower in your fist and just do what needs to be done.